1850, the British officers in Varanasi thought they had finally conquered the troublemaker. They locked a 300-pound naked giant named Trailanga Swami into a windowless stone cell. They guarded the only door, but when the sergeant major opened the door to check on him, the cell was empty. A shout came from the roof. There sat Trailanga, still naked, still silent, smiling down at them. The locks were untouched. The bars were solid. How does 300 pounds of biological mass pass through stone? To the British, it was a security breach. To his followers, it was a proof that matter itself may not be as solid as we think. After all, stone is merely a frequency. The sages of Advaita say, you are not the perishable form. You are the witness in which the form appears. Trailanga did not escape the prison. He simply did not mistake himself to be the prisoner. Now coming back to the story, frustrated, the authorities tried to use science to debunk him. They placed Trailanga on a heavy-duty industrial scale. As the doctors watched, the needle began to dance. One moment he weighed 300 pounds. The next moment, he weighed nearly half a ton, crushing the wood beneath him. Then before their eyes, the scale dropped to nearly zero, as if he were made of feathers. In the Yoga Sutras, these abilities are described as Garima and Laghima, not as party tricks, but as side effects of extreme mental and pranic control. Advaita teaches us that all weight belongs to name and form, Nam and Roop. But the self has no weight. How heavy is awareness? For the Kriya practitioner, this isn't magic. It's pran management. By directing the life force into the spaces between the atoms, a master can change his relationship with gravity. If you can control the internal wind or the prana, the earth no longer has a grip on you. Even the king of Banaras wasn't immune to the mystery. He once looked out from his royal boat and saw a massive figure walking across the surface of the Ganges, as if it were a marble floor. When the king's boat approached, Trailanga didn't run. He simply sat down on water, meditated for a moment, and then sank beneath the surface like a stone. He remained underwater for 3 hours. When he finally rose, he walked onto the shore, and his skin was completely dry. He wasn't holding his breath. He was in Kevala Kumbhaka, the breathless state. When the body and mind is totally relaxed, there is no need for oxygen, and the lungs stop breathing. When the lungs stop, the body's internal battery takes over. We struggle to keep our heads above water in our daily stress. We gasp for air in our anxiety. Even if you don't believe he walked on water, you know what it feels like to drown in stress. Trailanga shows us that when you find the still point in your spine, the storms of life cannot even get you wet. Skeptics eventually turned to violence. They handed him a bucket of liquid calcium lime, a caustic poison. He drank it as if it were nectar. Minutes later, the men who gave it fell to the ground, clutching their stomachs in agony. The story says that the poison did not harm him, but deeply unsettled those who gave it. We all ingest emotional toxins daily. Most of us let them circulate for years. If you believe you are the body, poison harms you. If you believe you are the ego, insult harms you. But if you are the witnessing self, then who is there to be harmed? Now think of the last poisonous comment someone directed at you. Did you swallow it and let it burn your insides? Or do you have the inner density to remain untouched, letting the world's negativity stay with its owner? If you think these miracles are just folklore, listen to the giants of the era. When Lahiri Mahasaya, the father of modern Kriya, met him, they sat in a silence so heavy, it felt like the world had stopped. Lahiri called him the walking Shiva. Later, the great Ramakrishna Paramahansa, the mystic who influenced Vivekananda and reshaped the modern Hindu spirituality, looked into Trailanga's eyes and wept. He said, "I saw that the universal Lord himself was using this body. He has no consciousness of the world. He is a god in human form." In 1887, at an estimated age of 280, Trailanga decided his work was done. He did not die of old age. He chose his exit. He entered a stone crate, was lowered into the Ganges, and entered Mahasamadhi. When the box was eventually retrieved, it wasn't a corpse that they found. Some say it was empty. Others say it was filled with flowers. Trailanga Swami did not live for 280 years to show off. He lived that long to prove that you are not your body. You are the consciousness that moves the body. They called him the walking Shiva. But Shiva does not walk. Shiva is consciousness itself. The body appears in it. The world appears in it. The prison appears in it. And so do you. You were never inside the walls. The walls were inside you. This leads us to the most important teaching. Tattvamasi. Thou art that. The next time you feel trapped by your job, your health, or your fears, remember the man on the prison roof. The walls are only as solid as your belief in them.